Okay, so this is our first example on the method of differences using these formulas here. So it says by considering 24r squared plus 2 is equal to 2r plus 1 cubed minus 2r minus 1 cubed, find the sum of r squared. We are going to let r equals 1, 2, 3 and n. So what that means is I'm going to sub the number 1 into this formula here, then I'm going to sub the number 2 in, then the number 3 in, all the way down to n, and we'll see what we end up with. So if I sub the number 1 in here instead of our r, I get 24 upon 1 squared plus 2 equals the 2 times 1 plus 1 gives me 3 cubed, take away 1 cubed. If I sub in the number 2, 24 upon 2 squared plus 2 equals 5 cubed, take away 3 cubed. If I sub in the number 3, I get 24 upon 3 squared plus 2 equals 7 cubed, take away 5 cubed. If I then go down and I sub in n, we'll come back to the n minus 1. Anytime I see an r, I exchange it for an n, nice and straightforward, so I get 24 upon n squared plus 2, 2n plus 1 all cubed, take away 2n minus 1 all cubed. And then the previous one, just because this one's a bit easier, we do that one first. The previous one is 24 and exchange it then for an n minus 1 upon n minus 1 all squared plus 2 equals, it ends up being 2n plus 2 plus 1, so that gives us then our 2n minus 1, and then minus then 2n minus 3. Sub in 1, sub in 2, sub in 3, sub in 4, sub in 5, all the way down then to n. Is effectively what we've done here. If we try and add everything here on the left hand side, it's going to be this plus this plus this. So it's 24 upon 1 squared, 24 upon 2 squared, 24 upon 3 squared. So that's going to be 24 upon 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus all the way up to n minus 1 squared plus n squared. All the 2's here at the end as well. So there's 1 plus another 1 plus another 1. How many of them are there? There's going to be n of them. So it's going to be then plus 2n. The clever bit here happens on the right hand side. So what are we going to have here? If we start adding these, 3 cubed take away 1 cubed plus 5 cubed take away 3 cubed. Notice this 3 cubed here and a minus 3 cubed are just going to cancel with each other. This 5 cubed and this 5 cubed are going to cancel. If you imagine once you sub in 4 down here, there's going to be a 7 cubed here. That's going to cancel. Everything here cancels with itself. If you look down at the bottom then, I have a 2n minus 1 all cubed and a minus 2n minus 1 all cubed, so that's going to cancel with that. The previous term, the n minus 2 one, this one here is going to cancel with this one. So if I add everything here on the right hand side, the only thing I'm left with is 2n plus 1 and then a minus 1 cubed. If I sit and multiply this out, 2n plus 1 all cubed take away 1 cubed, you can take my word from it, for it you get 8n cubed plus 12n squared plus 6n. What about on the left hand side as we start to tie it up? This is just our r squared formula. I hope you recognize that. That's the sum of our square numbers. So we're going to end up with 24 upon the sum of r equals 1 n of r squared, and then here we're going to have then our plus 2n. If you get to this stage, you've nearly forgotten what the question is, but the sum is to find the sum of r squared. So we're going to rearrange this here and try and get the r squared bit then on its own. So first of all, we're going to take away, sorry, that should be a 2n, my apologies. So I hope that doesn't confuse people. So we're going to take away 2n from both sides first of all. So that's going to give us 24 sum n r squared equals 8n cubed plus 12n squared plus 4n. A 4n is going to come out of this, so it's going to be 4n upon 2n squared plus 3n plus 1. We have been asked for the formula for the sum of r squared, so we're going to now have to divide both sides of this by 24. So dividing both sides in by 24, I will get the sum between 1 and n of r squared. Dividing this by 24, then I'm going to have then an n over 6. You're maybe starting to recognize this formula now. 2n squared plus 3n plus 1, and then factorizing these terms here, n over 6 is going to give us 2n plus 1 n plus 1.